What up, mudluggers? Just a quick introduction about what's going on today. I had someone from Olight, the company, get in touch with me and ask me if I wanted to review one of their products. I'm not sure if they've ever watched any of my videos, but of course I said yes on the proviso that if it was rubbish, then I would obviously say that it is rubbish. So, today we are looking at the S1R Baton II torch. For the next couple of minutes, you'll see all of the specs, all the really interesting stuff. Then I'm going to go over the woods and give it a bit of a test out to see what it actually works like in the field. As many of you know, I'm not a review channel. I don't intend to be a review channel. As I said, if it's tosh, I'll tell you it's tosh. Unless, of course, that is, War Bonnet want to send me a free bleed hammock, I'll proper take that and I'll sing its praises, even though I've never even tested it. Anything else I want? Think of anything else I want, Jack? New wife. So, let's have a little look at what you get inside the box. First off, you get the torch, obviously. And with that comes a lanyard, which comes separate. And a little pin type thing, which you're not going to be able to see, for threading. You have a plastic box which fits inside two batteries, one which comes with the torch, the other one that you can supply yourself and carry along with you. One of these little carry sacks, which I hate touching because it's like chewing bloody cotton wool. This is the USB charger, which is magnetic. Works a treat. I've got a little Velcro patch type thing. A lovely little message from the Olight team. Instructions on how to use the torch and the box itself. So while we're here, let's have a look at some of the specs on this bad boy. Battery life and all that shizzle me nizzle. It has 5 different power settings. You have moon mode, which gives you half a lumen and will give you a battery life of 8 days. That'll basically just chuck a little bit of light around so you can not be seen. You have a low setting, which is 12 lumens. That'll give you 20 hours battery life and chuck the beam 15 meters. You have a medium mode, which is 60 lumen. That'll give you 3 hours 40 minutes of battery life and chuck the beam 40 meters. High, which is 600 lumen. That'll give you 45 minutes battery life and 100 meters of beam. Then you have turbo. That'll give you 1000 lumen, 37 minutes of battery life and chuck the beam 145 meters. It is also waterproof up to 2 meters for 30 minutes, impact proof from a drop of 1.5 meters, and the maximum throw, as I said, of 145 meters. It is 63mm in length, 21mm in diameter, and it only weighs 51 grams including the battery. That clip you can see there will clip onto your cap and all that shizzle, and it is magnetic at the back, so you can stick it on anything metal, i.e. a car bonnet if you're working on a car, onto a safe if you're trying to break into a safe, and on the top of a metal storage container if you're trying to cut up and get rid of a body. Operating this could not be simpler. Push the button, it turns on. Push the button, it turns off. Push and hold for 2 seconds will give you moon mode. And if you push and hold and keep it held, it will scroll through low, medium and high modes. Now, if you double push the button at any time, you will get turbo mode. Pretty bright. And if you triple press it, you will get strobe mode. Party, disco. It also has 2 timer modes on it. It has a long one at 9 minutes and a short one at 3 minutes. So this means that you can cock about in your tent with the light still on and it will turn itself off. So when the flashlight is on, you double click and hold the side switch, wrong bit, side switch, on the current brightness that you want to access the timer settings. A single blink will mean that it is on the short timer, and a double blink will mean it is on the long timer. It's also got a lock and unlock feature on it, so you won't turn it on when it's in your bag. And basically that is when the flashlight is off, just press and hold the side switch for about 2 seconds. Boom, done. Right, so that's all that. One thing that Wild Ginger Bruce actually mentioned to me, check him out, he's the dog's nuts, is that he licked the end of it and got a little bit of an electric shock on his tongue. Don't know why he licked the end of it, perhaps he's just a fan of licking the tip, who bleeding knows. But it got me thinking, if you're out in the woods and you're shifting and moving wet wood and that sort of area gets wet, as it always does, and that's in your pocket, there is a chance you could get a bit of testicular stimulation. Well, that's not very PC, is it? A bit of extra vaginal voltage even. I thought I'd give this a bit of a test. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be too keen on giving my coin purse a light tasing. So I thought what I'd do is, I'm going to get a nice damp cloth, surround the torch in the damp cloth, to see if it discharges overnight. If it does, it could lead to some problems. If you're out and about on the hills, and you lose your torch, any power you've got on your torch, you're in the bleeding dark. Not a good feature, but it might not. So let's give it a try. One other thing that he mentioned, which is a very good point, because it's got quite a powerful magnet on it, and you're out in the hills again, that could affect your compass. So worst case scenario, you could have a compass that ain't working right, so you're lost. And if your balls are getting zapped, you could also be in the dark. Lost and in the dark, no one likes that. Let's see how it fares in the test. Right, for my next test, Olight claim that this can withstand an impact from 1.5 meters. So I'm expertly gonna lob it, expertly gonna lob it no higher than 1.5 meters off the ground, hoping my dogs will bring it back to me. So, hop, what's this? I'm more worried about the fact that they might get a bolt off the end of it when they pick it up in their mouths. You might hear the yelp. See if it works. Yep, she's on. Try again. Bit further this time. And it hit a tree. Yep, that was probably about 6 meters up in the air. So let's have a look. If the dogs find it. This is the other issue I have with the light. It's so bleeding small, if you put it down anywhere, you stand a chance of losing it. But highly trained hunting hound should be no issue. Find it. Go back. Get back, you. Come, dog. I need to retrain my dogs. We have Light. So, yes, it can be dropped. Pretty soft ground to be fair, so I'll give it a quick boot. I'll see you in the dark when we're going to go test out the beam length to see if we can pick up any animals. Nobody likes a dirty torch, do they? Oh, I can't get the rubbish off. Not getting fried. Let's have a little check here. Oh, still working. Good so far, Olight. Good so far. Charger up, ready for tonight's spotting. Do you like it, dog? Do you like it, dog? So we've just come up the woods to see what wildlife that we can see with this torch on full beam. So here goes. What's that? Jesus. Get out of here, you pervs. Run, you dirty doggers. Well, that's about 60 yards, I reckon. Dirty doggers. So, final thoughts from me. It's a very, very well made torch. Got some brilliant features on it. The timer is excellent. The 1000 lumens, as you can see, give a dog as arse sunburn. Yeah, all in all, a really good torch. It took a bit of a battering. I haven't used it a lot. I wouldn't really want to give it a review till after a year, but they've asked me to, so here it is. It's got a couple of downsides to it. The first downside to me is obviously the magnet. That is going to affect your navigation. Check out Bruce's vid. No doubt he'll go much more into detail because he's much more seasoned in that sort of thing. It's a bit gimmicky with the magnet on the end. I don't know why you just can't have a USB charger or something. The size, I would definitely lose this. 100%. In no time at all. But it feels great in the hand. The scaling is superb. Definitely well made. Is it worth 54 quid? Now, I know lots of people that have spent a lot more money on a lot less kit. So, if you don't mind spending the money, it's definitely worth the money. Would I buy it for 54 quid? Nah, definitely not. You know, I don't need 1000 lumens for one when I go out. And, yeah, it's a Gucci bit of kit, but a bit gimmicky. Bruce did mention that perhaps you could start a fire with wire wool on the end, which, you know, could be a bushcrafter's dream. But all in all, Olight, cracking bit of torch. A couple of things you could sort out. But saying the £54 mark, they have sent me a link, which I'll put in the description below, where on the 22nd of March 2019, they've got a sale on of up to 40%. So you do the math on that. Yeah, click on the link, have a look. Cracking bit of kit. Not really for me, I'm afraid. So, I will be seeing you later. Ta-da!